friends, this is CJSF Radio on YouTube. I am Fatima Herrera hosting Latin Sala Talk Show, and today I'm going to be talking to CIVL Radio about a very exciting project. And I want to introduce you to the station manager. He's Aaron Levy. Hello, Aaron. How are you doing?
I'm well. Thanks for coming, Fatima.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And this is Julia Hodgins. Hello, Julia. She's a volunteer. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and I'm glad you're here too.
Thank you so much. So we're going to be talking about the event called the Fraser Valley Music Awards. And it's a very exciting event happening pretty soon. But I'm going to let Aaron talk to us about it.
The Community Radio Fund of Canada gave CIVL a grant last year, and we've been working on this project for about 11 months now, where we are trying to promote as many different musicians from the Fraser Valley as possible.
Right.
So we did a call out for submissions, artists who wanted to be recognized. They told us what genre they do work in. We got over 100 artists with 300 plus musicians represented. They self-identified what genre they were in, so we slotted them into the appropriate categories of genres according to who applied to the project.
Right.
We have 12 different categories now, 57 nominees of the 109 applicants. We had judges who went through all of the applications and scored the artists based on their songwriting, their originality, the production value, and we have now 4 or 5 nominees per category, and there will be one winner per category on July 16th announced at the Fraser Valley Music Awards here in Abbotsford at the Abbotsford Arts Centre, and we're going to have about 10 performances from nominees. And it's going to be a great time. We're really excited about it.
It sounds really amazing. And can you talk to us about the prizes?
So some of the prizes include a couple different opportunities to play at Agra Fair here in Abbotsford, which is one of the biggest local events every year. And artists
major
will get
exposure.
Yeah, major exposure. Artists will get paid $200 to play, and it's an event that has tens of thousands of people every year there. So it's a headlining spot on their main stage to do this. We're also going to send one artist to actually Penticton to participate in the Penticton Peach Fest festival, where not a local band, but Chilliwack. The band Chilliwack is headlining that festival, and so one of our winners will be able to play at that festival. We're also going to give away prizes such as articles in What's On is a local magazine that's been a great sponsor for us. There are tons of opportunities for musicians, and the idea is that we're going to try and promote them as much as possible and let people know about the great music that's in the Valley.
That's great support for people that they really have a lot of talent, but they really don't have the exposure or are just isolated, you know, like playing in their garage, and they are really amazing, but really nobody knows about them. So Julia, I was reading in your website, in the CIVL website, that there's people also from Vancouver. I want you to clarify this to us. It's not just the Fraser Valley, right? It's like the Lower Mainland, or how would you describe it?
Well, properly the Lower Mainland would be included in that. Why? Because the Fraser Valley doesn't have a limit, right? The Fraser River goes up to the ocean. So
Correct.
Anybody who is along the river and the ocean, where the river ends, can pitch in and participate.
Yeah, that's true. So that's going to be like pretty amazing people from Abbotsford, Chilliwack, Vancouver, Coquitlam. I was reading all these different cities, and it's going to be like a great opportunity, because I'm not sure if something like this already exists.
This is the first time, and we feel like the important thing is that some people work in Abbotsford or work in Surrey and live in Vancouver, or they gig a lot in Vancouver because that's where music takes place, mostly in the mainland, and but they still live in Abbotsford or Langley, and we want to give them all an opportunity to show off the fact that, hey, we're based in the Valley,
Yeah.
and we're doing music that we want people to know about.
What a great opportunity. So why don't you talk to us really quickly about the cost of the tickets?
It's $15 per ticket. You can find out more on civl.ca/FVMA for Fraser Valley Music Awards. We're running a crowdfunding campaign right now. We got granted for this year's project, and we'd love to do it again next year. We don't want it to be the only Fraser Valley Music Awards, just the first this year, but we need more support to be able to do it next year. So, one more push for the month to get some crowdfunding support. You could still sponsor awards. You can purchase a copy of the compilation album we're going to put together of artists who submitted to the awards, and check it out at civl.ca/FVMA.
Check it out, friends. And something else you want to add, Julia, before we say goodbye?
Well, I would just want to say, when you get involved with CIVL, you start paving your own way. I was first a volunteer, then I was a researcher newer in a project here in CIVL, and now I'm following my passion. and a big job out there.
Perfect.
So come get involved and pave your way.
Perfect, that sounds pretty good, and all the support for all the musicians in the Fraser Valley, Lower Mainland, or whatever you want to call it. And that's going to be great because maybe in a few years we're going to be learning about people who are very famous and they started just here.
That's what we want to see. We want to give people the platform to do something better with themselves. And the grant, Community Radio Fund of Canada provided us with money to hire volunteers to do work for us, and that's what Julia did. And here she's on she has a job where she works in that area, just like these musicians we want to get out to a broader fan base.
Sounds awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Vic.
friends.